Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and say hello to me. I'm back as well from an extended hiatus. I'm really sorry I haven't been making videos on the matches as of late. I actually missed one of the wins, which was strange for me. I tended to go away for all of the bad losses and then come back for the victories. But yeah, I was away for a win and I've been away for the last 2 games as well, but I'm back. Hello, brilliant. I'm sure that you're thrilled. If you don't know how this works on this channel, I essentially go through my view of the game that just happened and give my opinion on how certain players played, how the team played as a whole, the management strategy, that kind of thing, and just how I feel after today. And I think you'd be surprised, I don't think you'd be surprised to know that I'm very happy after today. I have had a fantastic day and it got just so much better thanks to this win. I've not been having a very good week. I work a 0-hours contract and I've been called into work every single day this week because everyone's been ill, Christmas flu. Which I think I infected everyone with, which is very bad. But yeah, just going into work today, I got to go home early. Unfortunately, I missed the first half of the match, so I can't do a lot of insight onto how the first half went, but I was able to catch the second half, thankfully, because I left work early. So really, most of my analysis is going to be based on that. I have seen the goals, though, the first 2, so I can give my input on those. If you wonder what I'm doing over here, I'm just quickly getting up the match stats and the teams so that I can talk about them. Anyway, right, let's get into this because I don't want to take up too much of your time. How did Southampton play? Well, if you looked at the scoreboard and saw 3-1, I think you would be able to tell that Southampton played really well today. I don't know where it's come from because the last few games we haven't been finishing. Like, we've been playing well but not doing anything with it, but today we've shown that we have the quality and we can really use it. We stuck with a 4-4-2 formation today, or Hassan had all stuck with a 4-4-2 formation today, which has been showing like it's been working for us. When we slip back to a back 5, for some reason 5 defenders means that we're more prone to conceding, so it's been quite nice to have proper midfield and 2 strikers up front. Danny Ings and Shane Long have a fantastic partnership, and yeah, we won 3-1 today. Brilliant. Ings scored 2, Stevens scored 1, and Grealish scored. We'll ignore that one, or we won't, because it was a fantastic goal, and I detest Jack Grealish because he's good, and I was really scared he was just going to tear us apart today. But hey ho, he's a good player. I think he should be called up for England soon. But speaking of England call-ups, I think that Ings surely has a chance now. I mean, Wilson was in the last England team, and what has he done? Nothing. So put Ings in the team. Southgate, he's the second highest English goal, well, second highest Premier League goal scorer, joint with Tammy Abraham and Aubameyang, second only to Vardy. So put Ings and Vardy up front. Come on, they'd be fantastic together. Just pace and determination the entire game. Anyway, yeah. So talking about the game, like I say, I missed the first half, but I had tweet notifications on my phone. So during work, I suddenly just looked down at my phone. It's like 1-0, 2-0. Brilliant. Made my day so much better. Get let home early, come home, and it's half time, and we start the second half. And what can I say? I think we looked so solid in the middle of the park. It's nice to see Armstrong starting again. He played the full 90 minutes, I'm fairly sure. Oh, no, he didn't. He came off at the end for Romeu, I think. Yeah, and I mean, I could check on my screen, but hey-ho. I like to use my brain sometimes. I think he looked like he had a fantastic game. Obviously, he didn't get fed the ball enough, like, for me, because he can really use his pace to tear apart Villa's pretty bad defending, but you never know. Like, if he starts a few more games, he might be able to get that on the same wavelength that Long and Ings have together and make those runs in behind, because he does look promising and I really like him, and I think he's a bit underused, especially as Boufal is out injured and Redmond doesn't look himself. Obviously Djenepo was injured today and he's going to be injured for a while, so I don't know what's going to happen with him. I think he's injured until at least the new year. Really sucks, but hey ho. Let's go through what happened then that I saw. I saw the third goal for Saints. There's only 2 goals that I saw out of 4, but I saw the third goal, and whilst I can't give enough props to Ings for his finish on the turn, left foot, somehow beating Heaton with a ridiculously tight angle. It's just an amazing goal. it all came from shambolic defending by Villa, and that's what annoys me really, because I'd have loved to seen a really good teamwork goal. The build up to it was fairly good. Redmond's the pass out to Redmond by Højbjerg was fantastic. Then Redmond's ball was a bit lacking. We got lucky, but the finish was fantastic. But yeah, I wish it came from a better teamwork goal. But to be fair, like Villa, I don't know what they're going to do about defenders. It's like the centre of the park. I feel like their left hand side, as biased as it sounds, I think that Target has come into the Villa squad and is playing really well. So I don't know what Villa are going to do, because I quite like them, and I quite like their squad, especially people like Grealish and Target, and Douglas Luiz, who's in my fantasy team. But I don't know what they're going to do, and I just hope that they go down if we don't, because I need Saints to stay up, please. I want to keep making these videos, and I can't do that really if we're in the Championship. I'd be finding it harder to find ways of watching the games. But yeah, I saw that, and the other major talking point from the second half was the goal by Grealish, which I can't say anything about because it was just fantastic, and he's a really good player, and I fair play. That finish was amazing. It reminded me very much of Joe Cole's World Cup goal. I feel like it could be nominated for Goal of the Month, because it was fantastic. It's a bit of a shame that it comes in a 3-1 loss for Villa, but it was great. I'll go past that now. The other talking point was possibly like there was a supposed penalty for Villa that went our way. It didn't get given. There was a handball by Stevens, and it hit his hand, fair play, but you can't argue with the ref and VAR. That's not a penalty. It's literally like from the camera to my arm, that's the distance. I mean, you can't really judge the distance, to be honest, but it's really not that far from him when the ball is kicked. It hits his arm. If anything, he's trying to move his arm out of the way. It looks bad because his arm is quite far out of his body, but it comes so quickly to him, he can't have like known about it really. So yeah, no penalty. Well done VAR. Well done referee. And from what I heard about the commentary team, from what I heard from the commentary team, and what I heard and what I saw in the second half, I think the referee had a really good game. I think he was very generous with some things, like half fouls. He gave us fouls, but I think he was giving them to both teams, which is good. Like, as long as you're not biased, if you're giving away niggly fouls, then I don't really mind. Anyway, let's go through the team and how they played, in my opinion, because obviously I've only got half of the match's input on this, but I want to do it because I always do it, and then we can say goodbye. So Alex McCarthy looked pretty decent. I'm really liking McCarthy. I'm really glad that he's come back into the team, because Gunn was fantastic towards the end of last season, but this season been pretty naff, to be honest, and McCarthy's proven that he's still worthy of the number 1 shirt. Has come in and is doing a fantastic job. Some key saves today. Very, very happy with him. Obviously, he couldn't really do much about their goal. I feel like maybe he could have read where the shot was going a bit earlier on, but it was just a fantastic goal. So I guess that's a bit of wishful thinking. Cedric looked a lot better today than he has done in the last few games. Going forward, he seemed very fast and fluid, and defensively a little bit better as well. He did make a few mistakes that I could see, but none that resulted in any big chances or resulted in any goals or loss of points. So I'm fair play to Cedric, and I think his passing today was a lot better. He seemed to be, a few games ago, being a bit over the top and too overconfident in his passing, and it kept falling short of other Saints players, but today looked good. Stevens, wow, I don't know what to say. There was a news article that came out a couple of months ago talking where they interviewed Stevens, and he was talking about his mental health and how everything that people say to you in a stadium can really get to you, and how the fans treat you. And obviously, the last few seasons, Stevens hasn't had fantastic luck in how he's played. I guess it's not luck, but he hasn't been playing really well. But the last few weeks he's come in and he's made the defence his own, and I really am loving how he plays, especially today. He got a goal, it was a good header, I'm really happy with that, and he's just looking good, and he's looking solid, and he looks like he's commanding the defence. He keeps switching from left to right and blocking crosses, getting big challenges in occasionally, and he looked really good today, and I really hope he keeps this up, because I didn't like him last season at all. I thought he was a liability. And yeah, this season he looks really good. So please keep it up, Jack. You're doing a really, really good job. Obviously, what you say does impact players if they see it. So on the really remarkable off chance that you saw this video, keep it up because you're doing really well. And obviously, mental health is a very serious thing. Keep going. You're good. Bednarek is my favourite Southampton defender at the moment, but well, he was last season. This season, not so much. He seems to be giving away a few niggly fouls here and there. Looks a bit off the pace sometimes, but he looks solid enough today. Not as good as Stevens, but not as bad as he has been maybe in the last month or so. Bertrand, didn't really see much of him in the second half, I'll be honest. He seemed to be sitting back a bit more and letting the play come down the right-hand side. Or if it came down the left-hand side, Højbjerg would step into the left-hand side, the left-hand channel. But he looked good, looked solid. I guess their goal came from our right hand side, so it's not really a big Bertrand issue. I think he played fine. I can't say anything. He might have done some stupid fouls in the first half. He might have done some ridiculously good play in the first half, but I didn't see it, so I can't comment on it. Armstrong, I've already talked about Armstrong. I think he played really well, and I'd love to see him get an assist or a goal soon, because he's a good player, and he plays for Scotland really well. So if he can play like that for Saints consistently, be a pretty good player. He came off for Romeo in the 76th minute, who just shored up our midfield. I mean, I guess that once Romeo came on, he came on just after the goal, and they didn't score another one, even though the momentum should have been with them. So I think it was a good substitution, first of all, by Hasenhüttl, and he played the part well of just slowing things down in the middle. I didn't really see him make any big challenges, or he gave away a foul in a dangerous position, but apart from that, looked like a decent substitution, just slowed the game down in the middle of the park where Grealish tends to hang out, pushed him out to the left-hand side, and it looked quite effective. Prowse, he got a free kick in the second half, and Heaton saved it quite comfortably. I know that he got the assist for, obviously, Stevens' goal, and that's fantastic. We need to be making more of our corners because we have a fantastic deliverer of the ball in Ward-Prowse, and we've only scored a couple of goals from corners. Obviously, free kicks were a bit more fortunate, but we need to make the most of our defenders, because we've got the likes of Stevens, we've got Højbjerg. No, not Højbjerg. Sorry, Bednarek. We've got Vestergaard, who I have no idea where he is at the moment. We need to be using height from corners, and I think that Ward-Prowse put in a wicked delivery today. Defence, obviously, there's a lot to ask of the defenders, but found Stevens relatively easily, and it was a good goal. Højbjerg, really good player. Last few weeks, I've hated him. Genuinely have hated him. He looked a liability, slowing the game down, constantly losing the ball, giving away silly fouls, missing the ball with poor touches. But today he looked really good, covering the wing-back positions, attacking-wise. He did miss what I would call an open goal, and I got very annoyed with him for that. But defensively, I guess, and going forward, he looked good. And I just wish that we'd gotten a fourth goal when we could have done that 3-on-2 with Obafemi, Højbjerg and Ings. If Ings had scored, it would have been ridiculous, and then Højbjerg probably should have scored. I'd have loved Obafemi to score, to be honest. But yeah, I think he played well. I mentioned the pass he played out to Redmond in the build-up for the third goal. That was just a beautiful pass. Fizzed it across the floor, straight to Redmond's feet. Really good. So keep it up, Pierre, because last season he was one of my favourite players. He came in captain and really helped us stay up, I'll be honest. He was very valuable last season. We haven't seen that much of him this season, so just keep it up here, please. Redmond got more into the game than he has done the last few times. It's a shame he didn't get a goal or an assist today. Well, he got an assist. Didn't count as an assist. But he looks promising, and he's always looked promising. And last season he was our best player by far, our top scorer, I think, with 7. I can't really remember. It was last season. That's old news. I'm all about them now. But he has so much potential, and he could still be pushing into the England squad now. Redmond. He just needs to really knuckle down and just take some chances. If you watch Boufal playing, when he has been playing, obviously he's stubbed his toe now, like what I would call a Rio Ferdinand injury. He's like, he just takes a chance and does a stupid trick to get past people and plays a nutmeg, and sometimes it doesn't come off, but sometimes when it does, you get in a really good position, and Redmond needs to have that confidence back, because last season he was doing that all the time and just being really tricky, really direct and driving people. He had a chance today in the second half where he took it around defenders really, really well. His left foot shot hit the side netting, could have done better with that, but he does have the talent and he has the potential to just tear defenders to shreds. Last season he did it. I want to see him do it this season. He did it when he came on against Pompey in the derby. So just do that, Redmond, and you'll be fine. Long had a good, Shane Long has come in and is somehow doing bits. It's amazing, because last season he scored twice, and it was such a meme. It was ridiculous. But this season he's been consistently a fantastic striker, and now he's starting games. It's really good to see. Last season he was used more as like an impact off the bench player, and he did do that quite a few times. But now he's starting games, using his pace, and he's just got such a big bounce on him. I don't know how he does it. He just reaches like Cristiano Ronaldo heights into the air to nod down balls that defenders should be getting, and it's fantastic. And his pace obviously helped us with the first goal. It's a shame his shot didn't go in, but obviously it came to Ings, so we can't complain about it. But he looks fantastic, and I'm really glad that he's getting back into the games and playing well, even if he isn't scoring, even if he isn't getting proper assists. He's looking fantastic, and surely it's only a matter of time. Obafemi came on for him in the 82nd minute, did just loads of running, did what Obafemi does best. When he played against Arsenal, he looked fantastic. Obviously, he's been out of the team since then because Long has been playing well, but I'd like to see more of Obafemi. I think that if Højbjerg had passed in the ball and he just walloped it, we would have had 4 goals in that 3-on-2, but never mind. There's room for improvement there, but he just has bucket loads of energy, and as long as he doesn't get injured, he looks good today, and I hope that, well, he didn't really get on the ball today, but his pace and his strength seemed to be quite a good asset. So maybe he could be used as a bench impact player a bit earlier on in the game than he was brought on today. Danny Ings, what can you say? 2 goals. My fantasy team has never looked better the last few weeks because he just keeps on scoring. Like I said, he is the 2nd highest goal scorer in the league, obviously joint with Abraham and Aubameyang, maybe someone else, I don't know. But he's got to be pushing for the England team now. I think that he's got to be in the squad at least. I know that everyone loves big team players, but Ings is looking fantastic, and he was a big team player, and now he plays for Southampton and is clearly our best player. And he just looks fantastic, and there's nothing more I can say. I mean, he's definitely guaranteed 3 bonus points today on Fantasy Premier League. That's all you need to know. That shows he was the best player on the pitch. That shows that he was man the match. And Shea Adams came on for him, does what Shea Adams does and doesn't do a lot. I'd like to see him come into a game a bit earlier on and actually have a chance or two. I think the last chance I remember Shea Adams having was against Sheffield, where he hit the bar or post. I can't really remember. That was a long time ago. We won that game 1-0, thanks to Mr. Genepo himself. But yeah, I really like Adams, but there's rumours of him being snatched up by Nottingham Forest on loan, at least in the January window, and I really don't want that to happen because I just want him to get a goal for us. I guess if you've got Danny Ings, and then you don't need him, but I'd like to see him do something because we spent a lot of money on him, and in pre-season he looked fantastic, so you never know. What can we do with Chadams? I don't know. Tell me what you guys think about this whole transfer rumour stuff in the comments down below. Whilst you're there, tell me what you thought about this video, what you thought about the game. Were you happy? If you're a Saints fan, were you angry? If you're a Villa fan, just let me know what you guys thought. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more of these. Obviously, I want to be doing these for losses and for draws. I did that last season really well. But this season, I've got a job now. Sometimes I miss parts of games and I don't feel up to it. And if we lose terribly and don't deserve to lose, things like that, I feel a lot less motivation to make these videos. But I'd like to be doing them as much as I can. So subscribe to show me that you want to see more of this kind of stuff. I could always do other football videos like I did. I did a Southampton transfer roundup video in the summer. So things like that. I mean, I could talk about other matches, Champions League stuff, England stuff, Yada stuff, other Premier League teams. Just let me know what you guys want me to do. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave it here because it's fantastic news and I've got a fantastic weekend ahead of me celebrating this win. Unfortunately, my older brother is away, but if he was here, we'd be cracking open the drinks already, I know. But speaking of drinks, I'm about to go shopping for all of the Christmas booze, which is fantastic. So anyway, I hope that you all have a fantastic weekend, whether you're a Saints fan, whether you're a Villa fan, whoever you are, have a lovely time. And I will see you guys next week for the Chelsea game roundup if I decide to make it. Because if it's a 10-0 loss, I'm not going to be doing it. Anyway, stay safe, stay cozy, and have a lovely, lovely Merry Christmas. See you later. Bye.